In the modern metalcore scene, there are a few bands that have been able to prove themselves as truly something special. And while Parkway Drive are the band taking the world by storm, there is another band that have been slowly showing why they deserve to be in the conversation as well. And that band is Bury Tomorrow. The last time we saw Bury Tomorrow was on their 2016 record Earthbound, a record that showcased the band's best songwriting to date and saw them play the biggest stages of their career. But today we're here to talk about the band's latest effort, Black Flame, a record which continues that trend and shows why they're one of the best heavy bands in the world right now. This record contains absolutely ridiculous levels of quality, with the band upping their game in both the heavy and melodic departments. There is also a lot of experimentation shown throughout the record, with the band experimenting with more expansive songwriting structures, with some of the songs on this record surpassing 5 minutes. There is a real skill in creating a unique sound within such a constrained genre. Many people could assume that Bury Tomorrow are just another typical metalcore band, but that is certainly not the case. The record opens ferociously with the brutal, no less violent, a track that is intense from the very first second, while still having these melodic passages within the track to break up those intense sections while not losing any of the track's energy. For me, the MVP on this record is absolutely clean vocalist Jason Cameron. This guy has the polar opposite voice to what you'd expect from a metalcore band in the modern age. There is no high-pitched, whiny vocal going on here, just a gruff, mid-range, emotive vocalist. The melodies Cameron has been producing have been getting better and better from record to record, and Black Flame is no exception. From the mesmerizing vocals found on the title track to the arena-ready anthemic melodies found on Overcast, Cameron is truly at the top of his game. And that's not to take anything away from screaming vocalist Daniel Winter Bates, who is showing why he's one of the best screaming vocalists coming out of the genre. And when the two vocalists' voices come together on the title track Black Flame, it's truly something special. Now let's talk more about that title track, Black Flame. For me, this is easily the best track Bury Tomorrow have ever released. The insertion of melody in the most unexpected places is done to the highest level, and the melodies on this track, it's just hooks for days. This is also one of the band's more expansive tracks, and it's done to such a high level. This is sure to be one of the band's biggest tracks live for the rest of their career. This is definitely the most well-produced record of Bury Tomorrow's career as well. The band have always had problems in the production department, and that was a worry going into this record as well, because after they released the first single, there were a lot of complaints about the mixing, but the band took that track down, remixed it, and put it back up, and it sounds better than ever. It's so refreshing to see a band take on criticism and then address it in the right way. The way this band contrasts the heavy side of their music with the melodic side of their music is truly something special. They have tracks that focus on the melodic side of their sound, like The Age and in Overcast, but they also have tracks that focus on the heavier side of their music, like in Adrenaline and Knife of Gold. But these tracks are never battling against each other to get into the spotlight. They're always complementing each other and leaving the listener not knowing exactly what's going to be coming next. In More Than Mortal, I love the way that the lead guitars and the melody come together in the chorus to create this really unique texture that just adds so much more intrigue for the listener. It's a really interesting texture that really makes that chorus even more epic. The 3-track run of The Age, Stormbringer, and Overcast is probably my favorite section of this record. Those 3 tracks contrast against each other so well, and finishing off with the longer, more expansive Overcast is the perfect way to close out that section before leading into the record's final track, Peacekeeper. On Black Flame, Bury Tomorrow are back with their best record to date, and a record that shows why they deserve to be playing the biggest stages in the world. The quality of this record is second to none and is an essential listen for any metalcore fan out there. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Make sure you follow all my social medias down below in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.